one.
Oh my god, that was so epic.
I think that's it. There he is.
You guys ready? Let's pull it. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Oh. Hey! And JB's on there!
600!
600! Yes! Yay! 600 mile time. That would be just. So here we are, back with the real supercharger. Okay, we are on the test track.
They'd recommend putting your head on the headrest.
Okay.
There he's ready. Nope.
Yep. Oh, there it goes. Oh, that never gets old either. We have the post-study production cars here.
Wait, what?
Yeah, oh yeah, you watch it.
Well, why is he gonna throw it?
I don't know, but we're gonna watch it.
Yeah.
Just use a sledgehammer. What?
Well, maybe that was a little too hard.
I'm Eric, otherwise known as Derek, here in Shanghai at Gigafactory 3.
Ballapalooza. It's like tricks.
3, 2, 1.
Will it wipe is the big question of the day.
Will it wipe?
Generic cornflakes.
Whoa! It's raining cornflakes! Oh. This is trippy. Look, there's nothing here. Okay, welcome. June 28th. Whoa, what a week. Hopefully everybody, I see people in chat, everybody good. Happy to see everybody. Peter's correct. We've been doing a lot of bathroom work.
Yeah, we still got a lot to go too. But
my parents have been coming over helping a lot, so thanks, Mom and Dad, if you're watching.
Yeah. Hopefully we'll be back on Saturday next week, though. We were in the middle of a project yesterday, and yeah, but Saturday next week.
Yep. So I guess let's just go ahead, jump right into the Tesla news.
Oh, I just realized it's 4th of July next week.
Oh God, it is 4th of July. So what are we gonna do?
I don't know. We'll ask people if they want Saturday, Sunday, whatever. But we'll figure it out.
I guess we'll have to figure that out. Let's see here. So it looks like it is just spinning here. If you guys can see this, can we get like a thumbs up in chat? Just making sure everything is good. I think we should be okay. It just says the signal is iffy. Does it look okay back there?
Yeah, I see it.
Okay, cool. So we'll go ahead and jump right into the Tesla news as usual, and then we will go ahead and kind of open it up, do some Q&A, talk with you guys, answer any questions you have. But yeah, first off, pretty big one. It's kind of been going on for a little while, actually.
We've known about the issue for a while.
Exactly.
It looks like it's just kind of bubbling up now, and now the NHSTA is finally like aware of it officially.
Exactly. And this is the MCU eMMC failure, which is basically the memory in there. Originally, Tesla was writing to this. It was crazy.
Way too much. They were doing tons of logging. It's like
Yeah.
maybe one of the early developers put some code in there to log to the chip, and it was just constantly logging everything. Way too much information that was really never even used.
Exactly.
And basically, that caused those memory chips in the MCU1 have, or in any memory chip has a limited life. But basically, by them doing so much logging, it was really causing the memory chips to wear out prematurely. And some people are having this problem after only a few years, or it doesn't necessarily depend on the years, but how much you use the car. So if you drove the car a lot in
Or
one
you
year,
streaming music.
streaming a lot of music, doing stuff like that writes to the memory a lot, it was basically causing your eMMC memory and MCU1 to basically die. And then your MCU dies, in which your screen dies, and it's hard for you to control like charging and your multimedia functions and the air conditioner or the heater, stuff like that. But basically, this is an issue more and more people have been experiencing, and we've talked about it in several videos over the past few months. But now some people have officially lodged complaints with the NHSTA.
Yeah.
There's only like 11 complaints, at least as of last week when the article was written.
Yep.
I'm sure a lot more complaints now. But this issue affects like 159,000 cars that Tesla built from 2012 up through like March of 2018, when they were using the smaller like 8 gigabyte eMMC chip in the MCU1. Now they did upgrade to MCU2 in about March of 2018, and since then those cars aren't affected, but basically anyone with a car older than that will eventually see a problem with this.
Yeah, definitely kind of interesting there. Again, though, luckily on the Model S 100D, we did change out that MCU to MCU2, or is it 2.5?
Yeah, upgraded to MCU2 for
MCU2,
the
okay.
S100D, and we're thinking about doing it. We have the S75D, which is a 2017, but we're already seeing problems with that. The car still drives fine, but we're seeing some issues just where sometimes the car reboots unnecessarily, or it takes a long time to start up when you're trying to go and drive it. And so that's warning that the memory is getting worse. And some people, one of the main complaints that people have made is that now when the computer screen, the main MCU screen does die, you no longer have that rear view camera. So that's kind of a safety hazard, because you can still use your mirrors, but people newer cars are required to have that rear view camera. Also, you're unable to have some other functionality, like it's more difficult to turn on your lights and
Yep.
and
Or if you have pin to drive,
pin to drive.
your SOL.
Yeah, that's not really a safety feature. You're just out of luck.
Exactly.
But there's some few other safety features that, like defrost, you can't control the defrost. So
Yeah.
if in the middle of the winter and you can't defrost your windows because your computer broke, that's a problem. So these people are bringing up this issue and trying to get NHSTA to investigate it. Hopefully, Tesla will do the right thing and end up, instead of charging people like $1,300 to $1,500 to swap out the MCU, maybe they'll just take care of it, even if it's outside of warranty. They are recovering it if you are still under warranty, but there's a lot of people who now their cars are old enough that it's outside of warranty and they're having to pay that $1,500. Doesn't make sense to me to pay to just get MCU1 replaced when you could just upgrade to MCU2 for a bit more.
Exactly. So
But hopefully, too, as part of this, if Tesla does start covering that, maybe they will issue refunds to some of those people who have already paid for MCU1 to be replaced, or who have paid for MCU2. Maybe they would give a partial credit back.
yeah, exactly. So, I mean, it is just now kind of starting, and so I guess we'll see where this ends up going. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, luckily we never had an MCU fail on us. I do know a couple people that have had theirs fail, though.
And the good thing, too, now that the S100D has the MCU2, it has more memory than that 8 gigabytes they originally had.
Yup.
And
It doesn't write
they
as
cut off
often
the
now.
logging,
Yeah.
and there's because they have more memory, it doesn't need to write over the same bits on the chip anymore. And so basically the new memory chips could last 20 times longer, if not, hundreds
Maybe
of years,
longer,
way
yeah.
beyond the life of the car. So
Yeah.
you shouldn't have to worry about ever having to replace the memory once you have MCU2 RAM.
Yeah. So just like you said, something to keep an eye on. And now I guess we'll see what kind of comes of this, but they are actually actively investigating it now.
Yep.
Let's see. So we have a Model S and X update. So they have recently changed how fast you can charge.
Yeah, basically on the newest software update, it was just announced for those with the newest batteries that now they can charge it up to 225 kilowatts at a V3 supercharger. Now, we've known for years that the Model 3 and the Model Y can already charge at up to 250, but the older S and X, we didn't know the true amount. We thought, well, originally it was limited like 120, then 150. Now it's up to about 200. And
What did you get last time?
well, that's what I was going to mention is
Yeah.
that we thought that only like the Raven cars since like early 2019 were able to charge it up to 200, but we went to a supercharger a little over a week ago and I was able to get 187 kilowatts at peak charging power on a V3 supercharger.
Yeah.
And that's on a 2017 car. So we know that at least a 2017 can hit almost 200. Probably could have hit 200 if I had a little bit less state of charge. But the newer cars are at least able to hit 225. So it's not a huge difference, and it's a slight increase. Your car doesn't stay charging that fast for the entire time, but it just helps you charge a little bit faster, which means you're not going to be taking up that supercharger as long, and so that will help the throughput. It will help with other cars to turn over those superchargers that much faster.
And I definitely think like the big thing here is just the progression, like you mentioned, what we kind of started with, and now where they're at. They're able to increase charging rate after you take delivery of the car.
Yeah, so it's gone up from 120 to almost 200 for our car.
Yeah.
And again, it's going to help everybody. So even people with an older 2012 car, they might have slower supercharging now, but since other cars will be charging faster, you won't have to wait as long, hopefully.
Yeah, definitely something really awesome to see. Next up, we have an update for full self-driving and enhanced autopilot. So if you had that, you can actually get, if you had enhanced autopilot, you can now get full self-driving for $3,000. Now, for new orders, this isn't obviously going to mean anything because now they do autopilot completely different.
Yeah.
But it used to be you had to buy enhanced autopilot and then you had to buy full self-driving, and you couldn't get full self-driving without enhanced autopilot. What was that combo? Wasn't it like 7,000, 3,000?
It was like 5,000 for enhanced autopilot
Okay.
back in the day, and then another 3,000 if you added the full self-driving before you took delivery. So it
Got
was
it.
8,000 total. If you then added it later, then it was like another $1,000.
Got it. So they have actually reduced that to 3,000 now for those people
Temporarily.
that want to take advantage of that. And I don't know, is that only through July
It's
1st?
probably
Ends,
June
yeah,
30th,
or June
because
30th,
supposedly
yeah.
the price is going up. So a lot of
Yeah.
people are questioning, should I go ahead and buy full self-driving? You have to decide if some of the functionality there's there. But we
For
already
those
have it.
early on owners, it's not a huge difference anymore.
Yeah, because for people who had enhanced autopilot, it's almost the same. They haven't
Exactly.
added a lot of new functionality yet.
Exactly.
So between our S100G that has it and the S75D that doesn't, there's not a big difference besides that, like stopping at stoplights and stop signs.
Exactly. And basic autopilot for anyone who didn't get anything is now 2,000. So
Yeah,
that's
but again,
nice
those
for
prices
people.
are going to probably go
Exactly.
up on Wednesday, I would
Yep.
guess.
Yep. And I've actually had several people reach out to me and ask me on my opinion on that. And personally, if you had enhanced autopilot, full self-driving isn't a huge leap right now. But where it could go in the future, it's kind of nice to probably lock that price in because you never really know what's going to happen. So I don't know. If I had the opportunity or option to do that on a car, I probably would.
The cool
I
thing
don't
is
know.
you're locking in at the price,
Exactly.
and like we're trying to decide right now, do we want, like for the S75D, do you want to get full self-driving or do you want to upgrade MCU2? It's like, I don't know yet, but
Yeah.
if we could lock in the price, you could always get it installed later. You don't have a lot of new functionality now, but you could at least be locked in on the price.
Exactly, which is pretty awesome. Now, let me actually pull something up real quick for our next one. So basically, we have now learned that Model Y is not putting the holes in the back for the emblems.
Or the trunk, I believe.
Or the front or the trunk. Exactly.
Somebody had brought this up at our chat last week,
Yep.
asking if we had heard, and we hadn't heard it yet, but I went and researched it last
Yep.
Sunday and found out that yes, the newer cars, since the factories reopened, seem to have new badges which do not have holes. And some people
No holes there.
because they were trying to debadge their cars, and when they removed the badge, they found holes there which were used to line the badges and make it quicker to install. But
Yeah.
that made it harder if you're trying to get your car debadged.
Exactly. So not having those holes, definitely a huge positive. I know somebody actually on his early Model Y, he had it taken to a shop. They soldered them closed, those holes, like smoothed them out, repainted everything. Looked amazing, but man,
Seems like
that's
a lot
commitment.
of work, and it can't be cheap.
Exactly.
I would have just probably left the badges on, but
That's what we did.
with that much work, yeah.
But now that they're not doing that, it might be a sign that they kind of took feedback from the community while everybody was shut down, because a lot of people voiced that they don't like that because they like to debadge their car.
I kind of wonder
So-
too, though, with having holes in the hood like that, if that adds an additional like leak point or something like
Oh,
that.
you
the
bet,
water
of
would be able
course.
to get in, and it's like in the short term, it might have sounded good to make assembly faster because you can just slap the badge on there. You don't have to measure or use a jig or anything to line it up. But in the long term, it might cause a lot more maintenance issues if there's holes in the hood.
Oh, I completely
and the
agree.
back.
Because the logos we've seen taken off of the hoods and trunks, actually, there's very minimal tape on either side that would actually cover that hole. So I'm actually pretty excited to see this. Now, what I did on the first Model Y, and actually probably what I'll do on the next one, is we just use the Abstract Ocean logo cutouts. You can get them any color you want, which is actually pretty awesome. And just put that over them to kind of hide that. But either way, I'm just not a huge fan of chrome on cars, especially Model Y. If they put like black Tesla logo badges on here, that would be pretty dope.
Yeah, it's kind of
But-
weird that there's still chrome.
Exactly.
Whereas they kind of did the chrome delete around the windows, but they
Yeah.
left chrome on the badges.
Exactly. So like kind of on the back here too, where it says dual motor. But again, we have some badges from Abstract Ocean that are all matte black that we'll be putting on there. So we will not have any chrome on the new Y. So pretty excited about that. Let's see here. So I have a wall connector issue that's been popping up lately for some people.
Yeah, but we don't have this issue. Just we have those Gen 2 connectors, which are load balanced, all connected together, so they can communicate and balance the charging. But for the newer Gen 3 chargers, which recently came out, there's been some people who've been reporting some issues, and it sounds like an overheating issue, and basically they stopped charging. And people have been contacting Tesla, and it sounds like they are able to fix that issue with a firmware update. So if any of you are experiencing that, just contact Tesla, call the 1-800 number, and tell them you're getting like the 3 blinking lights on your Gen 3 wall connector, and it's overheating, and they will be able to send that firmware update out as long as your Gen 3 wall connector is connected to your Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
So it's not a serious issue. And like I said, Tesla knows about it, and they have a software fix for it already.
Yep.
Though I don't think they still have load balancing available for those. So hopefully they'll get the software update out for that load balance Gen 3.
And the nice thing is they are Wi-Fi, so
Easily updated.
once that update is ready, it'll be pushed out.
Yep.
Real quick, just reading in chat, some people have mentioned that they just picked up their Model Y, had it fully stealthed, and no holes where the logos were. And that was from Nate. So that's another
Confirmation, yeah.
confirmation right there. Next up, so as you know, we kind of covered this a little bit just a few minutes ago. We got the MCU2 on Model S 100D, and it was $2,500, and that was including the whole new MCU and the screen. They're actually two different parts there.
And the instrument cluster as well.
And the instrument cluster. So now, though, Tesla is offering the MCU2 upgrade for $2,200, $2,250, sorry, if you are willing to keep your same screen.
Yeah, and it's like, if you're really concerned about price, that is a way for you to save like 10% and on that. That wasn't offered to us. I would have probably still gone ahead and paid the whole $2,500 just to get a brand new screen.
Yeah.
And that will have a full 4-year warranty on the whole upgrade. So I'm not concerned about it, but if you want to try to save a few bucks, it's not going to hurt.
Yep.
Did you start over the...
No. So real quick, I'm seeing some people saying the stream cut out.
Yeah, it looks to me like it... Yeah. I'm getting the stream starting soon thing.
Really?
Video, 4 minutes.
Okay, hold on. Bear with me.
Did you push the wrong button?
No, some people said no issues. Okay.
Huh, weird. Maybe it's a YouTube issue then, because when I'm watching it in
Yeah.
YouTube, I see the countdown again. 4 minutes left.
I got it here.
Oh, well.
Somebody said it went to a commercial. I did not run an ad.
No.
I just want to make sure that's clear.
Close it and restart it. Odd. Why would we? Yeah.
Yeah. Some people said refreshing fixed it.
Huh. Okay, I'm gonna go back in.
Weird.
Technical
Okay.
difficulties.
Sorry about that. Don't know what happened. Okay. It's working now. I don't know what's going on. Our upload speed is pretty crappy. I'm not gonna lie. Don't know what's up with that Xfinity.
Oh, well, it's back. We've been having some cable issues since that storm we had back in early June.
Yeah.
Where the cable's gone down a few times, and yeah, nothing we can do about it.
Okay. Well, I
Looks
mean,
like it's back up, though.
hopefully, is it?
Yep. But yeah, it went and it was playing our, like it was starting over. It was weird.
Okay.
I see it now.
Okay.
Anyhow, I would still probably go ahead and pay the $2,500 for the MCU. $250 isn't a huge difference, but if it is to you, you can keep your current screen and still get the instrument cluster and the MCU computer swapped out.
Yup. Okay, I'm seeing a lot of people saying it's buffering a lot. I don't know what's going
I
on.
don't know. We
actually,
might have to cut
guys.
it short then. We'll try to finish up the news and.
It stopped for
We'll
me,
see.
exited, and it started again. Okay.
Yeah, it's working for me.
Let's get through the news real quick, and then hopefully it will
Yeah.
save it all. Let's see. Okay, here we go. So yeah, next up is service history is available in your app.
At least some of it.
Some of it.
Yeah.
So yeah, in your app, try lower. Oh, if you are stuck, try lowering your res to 1440. Maybe or 1080. Yeah, where's Starlink when we need it? Let's be honest with that. Someone said tell Scott to stop downloading stuff. That's funny. That's really funny, actually. Okay.
I would just continue.
Yeah, we'll just keep going. Hopefully everything is still there. So yeah, now you can actually see the service history in your app, but not everything quite yet, from what we have seen. But the fact that you can start to see it is pretty awesome. I'll go ahead and pull up ours, and we can kind of go over a few of those actually.
Yeah,
real
and it
quick.
doesn't seem to have everything there, but we noticed on I think all 3 cars, we saw that if we go into the service tab in the app, you
Yep.
can look and you can see the past few appointments. Hopefully, they eventually would have all of your appointments, but for now, we at least can see a couple.
Yep. Yeah, I'm actually working on mine right now.
I did notice an issue though, because basically it has a link and it says you can click to see the invoice from previous ones.
Yeah.
But when I tried clicking on those, I get an error. So it's like they've added it to the app, but they haven't updated their website, or it wasn't the last time I checked. It wasn't working, so I wasn't able to view those previous invoices yet.
Yeah.
So they have the intention of doing it, but it may not be 100% functional.
I was actually going to show you guys what it looks like, but it actually has my work address in there because mobile service came out. So I can't actually. No, maybe I can do this.
I don't know if they can see much. Yeah, it's not worth
I mean,
showing. But basically,
it's. I just don't want to show my work.
it
address.
just lists out your
Yeah.
previous appointments and if they were at the service center or they were a mobile service, and then you can click on links to get additional information.
Yep. Jeffrey Tripp, thank you for the $2 super chat, much appreciated. He said restart your router and stream, and we'll still be here. Does it kick everybody out, or does it?
It wouldn't kick them out, but it would start a new video, I believe.
Would it, or would it just keep going? Huh. Let's go ahead and finish with the news, then maybe we'll try that. So yeah, it is pretty cool that we're able to do that. I can't wait to see what else they can do with the app. I still think there's a lot of, not necessarily room for improvement, but room for adding a bunch of new stuff. Let's see here. So we did a video last week about an update that was currently in early access beta the program that Tesla runs. And they decided to run that full out, actually. And so we actually got it on Model S. Model Y got it too. It is not with us currently, though. But we can see you now don't have to confirm going through stoplights when the light is green and there's a car in front of you, which is really awesome. We now have the side cameras. We still want to see that improvement on that, though, to where when we turn on a blinker, the side camera pops up.
Or also maybe the ability, if you see the side cameras, to maybe touch them to see them full size. Because right now it has like the rear camera is full size, but the side cameras are, at least on the S and X, are kind of small. They're probably larger on the 3 and Y, but it'd be nice if you could make them bigger by touching on them.
Definitely. And then we also got to where you go and view like your Sentry clips. There'll be the little red dot to where the Sentry occurrence actually occurred. So that's nice because now you don't have to go through 10 minutes of video, which was kind of a pain in the butt. And then tune-in improvements.
Yeah, they basically made it so you can play back podcasts and stuff twice as fast.
Exactly. So that's actually, I'd love to see that on Spotify because we listen to some stuff on Spotify, podcasts and everything. That'd actually be kind of helpful. But yeah, it was